to Deadly Dames, and today I'm doing a review of 88 Films Slasher Classic Collection number 34, which is Blood Harvest. And it's a very interesting title to say the least. This is actually the last one that I'm up to date with. I don't actually have Alice, Sweet Alice or Offerings yet, and I know they've just announced a new one, which for the life of me is just gone right out of my head. It was one that when they announced it I thought, oh, I actually really want that one. I've got it on DVD, but for the life of me the title's just gone right out of my head. And it will come back to me later, but yeah, when this one is very interesting. I mean, with regards to 88 Films, they don't tend to do as good a restoration work as Arrow or Eureka or companies like that, but they're an interesting company when it comes to the titles that they choose to release, because they tend to go for titles that other companies don't tend to touch. I think when it comes to Arrow and Eureka and Indicator and stuff like that, these guys tend to pick like VHS hidden gems, and I like that because I like to see titles which perhaps would have been left on the VHS obscure floor of never ever seen again. I like to see them coming out, because I mean I'd never seen this movie before, and I kind of like that. But yeah, this was interesting. The quality was a little bit grainy, and there was certainly some parts in it where it kind of looked like there was no restoration work done on it at all. But I mean, it's watchable. It does just kind of look like VHS quality, if I'm honest with you, but it is watchable, so it's not the worst that I've ever seen. It's what I do like about it. Basically, it's a story about a girl who has been away sort of university or college in America, and she's come back to her hometown. Her dad works for a bank, and basically the town has kind of gone into a bit of a recession, and it's been his job to foreclose farms, and he's kind of hated by the town. And when she arrives back in town, she's kind of warned by like her friends and that our dad's not liked. And when she goes back to her house, written all over like her house is pretty much profanity, and it says that her dad's not a liked man. But she can't find her parents, and she's told by the local sheriff that her dad and her mum and that's kind of gone into hiding. And she finds this a little bit suspicious, but like her family friend, who's almost like her brother to her, kind of backs up the story and says that her dad and her mum's gone into hiding, they've gone away for a bit. And she is still a little bit uneasy about the whole thing, but not to the stage where she's like ready to go to the police and say, right, where's my mum and dad? Quite yet. And then like her boyfriend from college comes, and she feels a little bit better, and her friends round about her and stuff like that to support her. And her friend who's male friend who's almost like her brother, his brother's about, and he dresses like a clown. He's a little bit not quite right, and he's I don't want to give away the story, so I'm going to say possible spoilers. He makes her feel a little bit, that's him there, he makes her a little bit uneasy in the story. What I did like about this is there's a lot of red herrings in the storyline. It keeps you guessing as to who the mother is, because although I started towards the end get an inkling as to who I thought it was, because they set it up in such a way, you do kind of think, is it that character or is it this one? It's not a story that keeps you gripped the whole way through. I did start to find that towards the end I was drifting off and starting to think, well, I just checked my Facebook, or will I look at this, which is not always a good sign. But it's definitely not the worst movie that I've ever seen in my life. There was a particular nasty scene in it involving her female friend, when she did the typical thing that you do in a movie, where instead of deciding to run towards the town, runs into the creepy barn. I don't know why people do that in movies, but they do. But yeah, when she's captured, and I'm just going to say spoiler, and pulled up, and when you're a woman in a horror film, I think the most horrible thing that can happen to you is when you start to feel exposed. You know, when the killer takes your clothes off. She's not fully clothes. She doesn't have all her clothes taken off, but that is always feels horrible to a woman watching that scene, because it's just the most horrible, like it's the most horrible scene in the film, because you just know kind of what's about to happen. It doesn't happen, thankfully, but it just makes you feel, oh no, because you just know what you think a man's about to do to a woman in that scene. Luckily it didn't happen, because I just thought that I had my hand on the fast forward button at that scene, because I thought, oh, here we go again. But luckily it didn't. But it was still a hard watch. There was a few hard watches actually in this, because the killer was a stalker in a sense in this, with the main character. He was obsessed with her, and he did a few things in this which were truly creepy to the main character, truly and horribly creepy in the sense what he did, and like to her at night when she was sleeping, the things that he was doing, it was nasty and invading to the things that he did. The ending was good as well, because the character that you thought, like the red herring character, ended up being who saved the day, without giving too much away. Again, as I said, I did say spoilers, so way back at the 2-minute mark when I said spoiler, you should have put it off. So hopefully I'll put it in the description as well that there is spoilers. So yeah, I did enjoy the movie. As I said, it didn't do anything unique, but I did enjoy it. It was special features wise, there wasn't anything special features wise that made me think that the special features were fantastic. I've seen better special features. There's a whole load about Tiny Tim in this, who played the clown, like the brother in the movie. But it was mainly things like showing his stand-up performance and his musical performance. I actually don't know who Tiny Tim is. I'm guessing he's a performer. I think a clown performer or a singer. If I don't know who he is, and he's someone very famous, I'm really sorry. But I'm guessing he's a performer of sorts. But he's obviously an American performer. He was very good in the movie. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy the movie. I probably would watch it again, but not for a very long time, because I can still really remember what happened in it. It was actually a very difficult movie to get a hold of, I remember, because it's not available on 88's site anymore. It's not available on Amazon. Originally, when I tried to order this, it wasn't available on 88's site, so I pre-ordered it through Amazon. Amazon cancelled my order because I can't remember the exact reasons why. And eventually I contacted 88 to say I can't get hold of this film, and 88 said, oh, there's some sort of problem with it. They didn't give me an exact reason as to why, but they told me that I could still, oh, it says on here, Tiny Tim, the legendary American television personality. So he's a television personality. Yeah, so I contacted 88. They couldn't give me an exact reason as to why Amazon cancelled it and why they didn't have it on their site. So then I had to go and order it through, but they told me I could still get it available on eBay, so I did. So I paid a little bit more money for it, but it was one of those things that I knew from past experiences, especially with like Savage Streets with with Arrow, for example, that sometimes with these things, if you don't get them at the time and stuff like that happens, you're going to pay a fortune for them later. So I just went and got it whilst I could. But if anybody knows the exact reason what happened with this, please let me know, because I don't really understand what happened with this particular one. But yeah, you can't seem to get hold of it now. I'm guessing there's maybe been some rights issues or something with Blood Harvest, but it's going to be a bit frustrating when if you're after this movie in the future that you can't get it. I mean, I know there's been problems with movies in the past, like Wrong Turn 6, where obviously there was a legal issue with that one, but I don't see there being a problem with this one like that. But yeah, overall it was a decent enough movie. It didn't really do anything original enough for me to say, oh, it was fantastic, but it was a good enough watch. I watched a movie on Amazon Prime the other night, they're called Final Exam, and that was pretty boring. Like the whole way through it, I kept waiting for the killer to do anything. There was right at the beginning, the kill scene in the car was really good, and it lived up to nothing after that. At least this did something. The kills in it were pretty creepy, especially the way that the killer treated the females in this were really invasive and really horrible. But it didn't do enough to make it the most original movie in the world to say that this is the best thing I've ever seen. It kind of reminded me, I think that the movie Terrifier probably took some inspiration from the clown character in this, but obviously times it by 100. But yeah, overall I think this was actually a pretty good movie and definitely worth a watch. As I said, we now have a subscribe button on our channel, so Elvira will appear somewhere up here. So if you want to subscribe and be alerted, basically subscribe to our channel, just push on Elvira. And if you want to be alerted to future videos, just make sure that you click the bells, which is somewhere over here as well, so that you're notified when future videos are uploaded. There will also be a link somewhere over here so that you can click and watch another video if you want to. And as always, thank you for watching and take care.